Okay, welcome back, everybody. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a set of 2D plans from our 3D model for the bookshelf. So last video, we used our curve layer. So these are our curves right here that we then did a solid extrude planar curve straight, and we created them into this 3/4 inch plywood layer, and we've got these solids. So we also did the solid difference to make a dado over here. So I am going to turn off my curves and going to show you how to make a set of 2D plans, so front, top, and right side view of this bookshelf. So one thing you have to, there's a couple of little like steps you have to do before you make the 2D plans. One is you have to make sure that there are no curves in the model. So you should move them all into your curve layer. So let's say that I had a I had a construction line that was I'm going to put it into this layer like this by mistake. Okay, so I hide my curve layer, okay, and this looks fine. This looks totally fine. But what you have to do is you have to make sure that there are no curves prior to doing this operation. And one way to do that is to type in at the top SELCRV. And that is the select curve command. And so once you hit enter, it will select the curves. You can see it's just a little point right here. But you look in your perspective or your 3 views and you look for the curves, and it tells you one curve added to selection. So let's say this was an important curve. I could click on object properties here and move it from the 3/4 inch plywood layer into the curve layer. And you'll see it'll disappear because my curve layer is off, it's hidden. If I turn it on, I'll see all my curves. So again, if I select all of these right here, okay, it tells me what got selected. 3 extrusions, okay, and 2 poly surfaces. So total of five parts, okay. So let's do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to frame the perspective in a way that shows the front, top, and right side view. So, you know, almost like an isometric, if this was at like a 30-degree angle here. Okay, this is important. Don't let any piece get cut off from the viewport. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to Dimension, Make 2D Drawing. So it says Select Objects to Draw. So there's no curves, it's just solids. I'm going to select everything and then hit Enter. And it asks me, what's the setting? So I want to do 4View USA and Show Hidden Lines. Okay, and I'm going to hit OK. And what I get in my top view is this. If I make a new layer, so make a new layer, I make a layer called Dimensions and activate it. So I made mine red. Okay, and I hide the plywood layer. You can see that I've got a beautiful front, top, and right side view. So that was easy. We don't have to draw. Can you imagine if we had to draw all these curves like we did with pencil and paper? So now what I'm going to do is dimension this. So I'm going to take the linear dimensions. My dimension layer is activated. If you can't read it, I'll just drag this over and slide this. Whoops, wrong one. This one. There we go. So linear dimensions. I'm going to turn my endpoint snap on, and I'm just going to snap to an end, and pull up a dimension. Overall height, maybe I'll do right here. I'll do a shelf height or shelf opening, If I right click, I can repeat the last command, which would be the dimension tool. So I'm just going to right click. Okay. If you leave grid snap on, you can oftentimes, like I missed that one right there, but you can try to get them to lie at the same spot. So I can get this, see that? Right there, it works perfect. Okay, let's do, well, maybe I'll go like this. I'll do a 14 here, then delete this one, and I'll do a shelf opening and the shelf width into the dados. I still need a depth dimension. Okay, so we'll do depth over here. And I can do maybe the height of the side piece. This would help me out during assembly if I like sanded off the labels and I said, well, what's the, do I need, you know, which is the top, which is the side? You can see there's only a 1/2 inch sorry, 1.5 inch difference. So anyway, this is fully dimensioned. I would think it's, I got my overall length, width, and height, and a couple more. And the last thing I'll do is use the text tool to put my name. So I will do, I'm going to make sure that it's in curves, and we'll group the objects. What height? I think I'll do 2 inches. So I'll change the height to 2 inches. So we want to make the text as curves. If they were in, I could change this also. I could do any font I want. So I could do this. If I did them as solids, they'd come out, it looks the same here, but when you look at the perspective, they're solid blocks. We don't want that. So I'll undo that. Okay. And this would be ready for grading and printing. So I would just save this, and that is it. Make 2D, dimensions, endpoint snaps on, dimension layers, and then the text tool, make your text out of curves and group the objects. All right, guys, happy modeling. Thanks for watching.